Alright guys, welcome back to my channel and back to Pokemon Unite Asia Champion League 2024. So in this match, it is between Team True Gravity and I believe it's Unite Holic.
What do you really think about when you're playing at this
Yeah,
draft?
it's between Team True Gravity from India versus Unite Holic, which is
Let's pretend.
I believe it's a Japanese team. It's from Japan, and they were actually the winner for their championship. I think it was East Asia, I guess. Yeah. So to be frank, they are the runner-up, which was Kabi Chance. I believe that's how it's pronounced. They were actually at the upper bracket, if I'm not wrong. But somehow the Unite Holic is actually at the lower bracket. So yeah, this will be super interesting because to be frank, think we have seen how Team 2 Gravity performs. They always somehow pull through. And meanwhile, for Japanese team, I only watched the championship in Mobile Legends actually. And their team actually is really interesting. One reason is because for some reason their draft pick has always been interesting. Even in during the World Championship last year, the Japanese team was doing a draft pick that was really interesting. That's why it got me hooked up to the Japanese team. They are really good. Their draft pick is unique. So let's see about this one. So Team True Gravity actually banned Urshifu, and Team Unite Holic banned Clickable.
I kind of have mixed feelings about this Pokemon,
Hey.
but Unite Holic are
Clickable,
going for Pikachu and Cramorant.
Wow, Cramorant.
I'm trying to go back to the drawing board, right? Because Wafu also plays
And
also
Pikachu.
Cramorant at the same time. But then again, this is the kind of
Alright.
you also see him
Yeah,
also
this is why
playing
I'm so
entirely
excited to
on
watch the
any other Pokemon. So
NT.
Pikachu also somewhat falls into a very similar category as well here. But who's going to be taking on the other position here? Especially for that Pikachu in particular here.
Well, I don't think it's a support. It's going to be Serena.
Yeah,
Interesting
and
decision
Serena.
here. So
Like these three Pokemon you don't usually
is
see.
it like who's
And it's
going
being
to be
picked.
playing the Serena? Yubono?
Meanwhile, for Team True Gravity, I believe they actually have used this formation before. Slobo, Blastoise, Dragonite as their jungler. Hoopa. The Hoopa is pretty good though. And Inteleon. Meanwhile, for Unite Holic, it's all the soft keys. Umbreon, Leafeon, Cramorant, and Pikachu. I mean, Pikachu is actually pretty good. I kind of like it because the range is super long.
Okay, so this man is going back
Meanwhile,
to his
for
roots.
Cramorant, the ulti is so painful. The Unite skill. The passive is really painful as well. So let's see. Serena though.
Does this mean
Serena is a very solo target kind of Pokemon. Meanwhile, for Team True Gravity, only Inteleon is kind of squishy in this case. So yeah, this is why they are probably the favorite. I mean, they were still a champion in East Asia League. So yeah, let's see. This is so exciting.
Having Leafy on the central area really makes like rotation really great, but Cramorant is just as disruptive with the twisters as well too.
I just want to know what the moveset is for this Cramorant because I really don't.
And Cramorant is actually not really easy, right, guys? I mean, well, personally for me,
I think it was dive.
It's really hard to use it. I mean, you cannot just use Cramorant in any situation. And most of the time in ranked games, when you play, especially you play solo, you can only depend on your ultimate, on your Unite skill. At least this is how I see it. So when I personally use it, I felt that you have to really make good use of the passive. Otherwise it's really hard.
They do.
For Cramorant, but the damage is really high. That's one thing.
Great. Pikachu
so
great.
to have a pro player to use it, is really exciting because all of us can actually learn from it.
And Cramorant can actually do reasonable damage too if he's running the dive air cutter build.
Okay, so the thing is the reason why I asked whether do they have enough damage is mainly because of the fact that if they have enough damage, then that's where the control comes to the line. Sometimes Umbreon is great with the Mino, I do agree, but you do need to be very disruptive because you are going up against a Dragonite, you're also going up against the entire talent as well, you really need to try to keep them in check. Hurricane into serve is also pretty great as well, and quite a shot. That's two, by the way, to really control someone else.
You know, I really want to talk
Let's
about
go Pikachu!
this draft, but it's just come to the point where their draft is just so crazy,
Man.
so out there, and so wacky that I cannot imagine what's
Pikachu is still,
like, what is he thinking?
no matter how I think about it,
to
Pikachu
bring
is still
this
very strong
draft
for
into
long
game
range.
number 1.
This is the part where we can really start saying like Chotomate, Chotomate, or the kind of it really feels like a Chotomate situation, right?
Oh god.
But
Man,
of
the
course, the
commentators.
hands of Team True Gravity definitely sticking towards their roots as well. They're by far a little bit more comfortable.
Oh,
Really,
I like the draft for True.
To be
Gravity.
frank,
They've got
I
a lot
think
of good things
personally,
and
personally I think
there's
that
a lot of option for them to really tackle.
the older or the first generation of Pokemon
Might be a little bit scary if you do have
that were released when you very first time play the Pokemon Unite, they're actually pretty strong to be honest. It's just that because of all the newer Pokemon released, then they were rarely being picked already.
It is.
Alright, so the game has started.
Game number 1 between True Gravity and
Unite
Holic. This is going to be a
Holic.
pretty exciting one, and already we're going to be
Man,
off to
Sarini,
a quick
man.
start here as your opponent
But Sarini is not
goes
the
into
jungler. I
True
mean,
Gravity's
Sarini
central
goes
area,
top
actually
lane.
hoping to apply some
Well,
pressure
this is really
to
typical
this
because the
defensive
Leafeon
on
is
the side
the
of True Gravity. The
jungle.
supports have actually left and decided to go
Ooh.
top lane instead.
Oh no,
Taking
no.
from Mame on that Serena.
What?
Unfortunately, no points to score, so
Why did the
Dominic
Serena went
also has to
to the
battle
front?
that Pikachu. In the meantime, though, down bottom we saw a Slowbro getting eliminated.
Oh,
And again, Yupono's still hanging around here in that
dude.
central area, but he is being bullied
Oh,
out
this is
by
tough.
a cooled dragon.
Oh, the Umbreon got it! Oh yeah, the Umbreon got it! Oh my god. No, he's not gonna survive that.
That just means you're subjected to your other laners to be subjected to.
Oh, but it's good, it's good. Umbreon got the XP, at least.
High pick-off rate here with that kind of
Oh,
composition.
come on.
That gives you enough confidence to say that,
Let's go.
even if I leave you alone,
Show your prowess.
unless you really super overextend yourself here. However, unfortunately, not able to.
Oh boy, that water, I think it's a whirlpool, is it?
Oh, they've actually managed to
It's
catch
quite
the
painful,
but
to be
there's
honest.
Solar Blade into the
Oh!
true levels.
Oh!
But unfortunately,
That was so close.
Going to be saving the Hooper on the side of Team True Gravity, but Yupono going to continue with his nonsense.
Damn, this Umbreon,
in
man.
True Gravity's
Even though the
central
HP
area.
is like so low, you still go and charge in
Maybe
inside.
steal something.
Is it like
Again,
a
it's gonna be
feeder Umbreon?
giving
Is that like a new
another
strategy?
Dragonair, and Mame losing to duck on the Warthog.
This is bad, man. I mean,
This matchup.
at the very least, the Sarini shouldn't play that risky. Why is the player playing that risky? I don't understand.
He's not really a Serena
Yes.
just yet, so it is still prime time for the water to go hit to hit.
Oh, the passive. The Pikachu in the buff though.
Benson almost being taken down, just gets out of
Alright.
it. Leaf Blade, beautiful.
Damn, that
KO
Leaf
on the
Blade.
side of Unite Holic. It almost looked like it was going to be too bad, but with some fancy footwork and team coordination, getting those.
But it's quite unfortunate that these days for the ranked game, not a lot of people pick Leafeon anymore.
If they want to try and get some of those very tricky KOs. But we are seeing these two teams group up with 22 seconds left on the clock before we start seeing both of those Reggies spawning up in that top and
Oh, the
lane.
Pikachu
Let's
chose
see who
the
gets the
Thunderbolt.
advantage here,
There's
because at the
Thunderbolt, right?
moment we're still seeing a 1 versus 1 matchup in that top lane.
I swear, I think this Umbreon is playing a feeder Umbreon, man. Like, it must have been a new strategy developed by the Unite Holic team.
They're gonna go for the KO on the Umbreon instead.
Like, he's just not going back.
Final basic attack connecting. And that should almost be enough time for this Dragonair to hit that Dragonite.
For sure, but now still able to achieve their objective to try to slow things down on this Dragonair, and also stole a couple of.
I would say the gameplay so far by Team Unite Holic is it's not very spectacular. It seems quite sloppy in my opinion, I would say. Like, they are aggressive, but it's more of like the suicide kind of aggressiveness, which is not my style to be honest. I mean, to me, you still have to play smart.
Yep, Reggie like he's secured, now looking to try and get that bottom objective.
Because otherwise,
it's a Reggie steal, so it will be a
the team True Gravity here is like, they're getting free XP, and
it's gonna be a Pikachu.
the higher their levels,
should be able to get this in time.
the easier for them to like outperform the other
All
team.
of their Pokemon have fully evolved. Evolve sitting at around
Oh,
level
but somehow
8 or
the
9.
Holic
They
team
might consider
has
trying to go for
the
some
Pokemon.
pushes, but they could also just sit
They
back
are
and
level
relax,
9.
focus on their late game. If you do the
Okay.
comparison between these two compositions, late game is massively in
I
favor
see.
of
So
True
I
Gravity. They've got the
think they
best
are.
scaling Pokemon, they've got plenty of AoE crowd control, whereas for Unite Holic, their
Each of
comp is all
them
over the place.
just
They've got
roam
damage, they don't really
as
have
and
a
when,
lot of
and when they
CC
go
outside of
attack
Serena
mode,
and
they
then
just go
Umbreon.
all in.
It's
That's why
mostly
it
just
seems
it's just
like they are going
damage.
for
And look at this,
suicidal.
they're even using the Gatling Gun
But
missile
it's
on
actually not.
DLR's Cramorant. They do get one KO and they do get a
Oh, do
second
you
on
see
that
that link
Black
blade?
Knight. Actually
He
landing
timed
onto
it
Mame and Talion.
with
Straight
Serena as
behind
the
this KO.
bait.
Must respect that Pikachu.
So here's the thing.
The Lithian actually
For them,
waited
yes.
with the
If you
leaf
look,
blade.
if you look at the composition wise, sure, by time, they should have the advantage. But when you incorporate playstyle, how you tackle the game,
Man,
this
you
is
see
where United
Waffle.
Holic is literally
When you see a
figuring
pro player
something
plays
out.
until
In
the
terms of
head
level
like
slowly, they're not
look
only
down
improving
until
the
like that,
level,
you
but
know
they're
he's
also their
super
frame rate
serious.
all across the map. I have never seen an Umbra, you player Yupoto, diving so deep, denying wild Pokemon towards the side here.
Man, Vexin as well.
Here. It just shows the fact that
The head is like you're just looking at
and
the
this
top of the
sort of
head.
spreads out members of Team True Gravity. In other words, there's going to be a lot of pick-off fights here, a lot of caps here, where there will never be a full 5-man.
Serena is level 11, Lithian is level 11 as well.
To abandon one of the pathways and group out to look for
Wow,
the
you know,
pick-off.
Holic
Don't
is.
worry, there is still the chance to flip with Quantum. There's still, although yes, the point differential is about maybe 100 point-ish, that kind of thing.
I don't know if the flip is viable
What?
against Unite Holic, unfortunately. Great.
Do you see the Italian missed against a static Umbreon? He's not even moving.
A very big snipe shot in the face, but slow beam, yes, they do connect onto that Pikachu, so could
Oh,
it
die,
be
man.
Pikachu? That should be Mame, but it looks like they almost catch the Dragonite.
Yeah, the Lithian playstyle is really aggressive. I see. I think the thing is that I think all 5 players of Unite Holic playstyle is like that. They're just very aggressive.
It's gone now, so pretty interesting moves coming in from both teams.
I only dare to play the aggressive like when I'm like speedster or attacker, I guess. Because you know how to run away. But the good thing about them is that they just go all in.
In both cases, this probably shouldn't work, but it's Wafu.
Amazing.
I mean,
Impressive.
it would definitely work, but if you're asking whether is it like, you know, if efficient, if it's fast, I can tell you this is not that fast.
They brought Leafeon down there, so they should be able to at least duo this. They needed someone to cop the damage from that.
Because if not, that's going to take us such a long time. Ooh, good thunder. It won't be with CC down, but that does mean that if someone reveal his location, but that's fine. Keeping the camera alive, especially right before 1 minute away to the Rayquaza. Secure the Reggie steal, that's fine. A little bit slower than usual, but someone to be expected. Pikachu Waffle unfortunately gets caught up. The Hyper Beam absolutely significant.
Pikachu offside.
A couple of right clicks will
Off position. Alright.
So soft in the face of such a
Let's go, Kramer. Kramer need to accumulate the Unite.
Still leading in those points, but I am a little bit concerned here though because
For
that point gap is
key
not very
team
big
war,
between these two
team
teams.
fight.
It's just 48 points.
Ooh.
Team True Gravity.
Oh, intelligence found.
Overtaking Unite
Nice.
Holic, and I don't see a base race being viable for Unite Holic unless they do hang on to 50 points each, and then they save this for the late game. But even then, you've got a Hooper, one of the
Yeah, I would
best
pick
goal
a
zone defenders
dive as
in
well
the
for
game, and also can
as
just
a
stay in the
skill
central area if a
pick
team
for
fight
Kramer.
does break out. It's really going to come down to some
Oh,
quick things
Slobo
on
is
Unite
good.
Holic, how they're
Opening,
going to
checking
guarantee
bushes.
this game, especially during those last 2
Ah, really
right
survive?
here, quite a bit of
Damn,
damage
it's
to
really
Slowbro,
tanky
but
with
remember,
Hoopa.
Slowbro, one of the tankiest defenders in the game, and with the reset,
Yeah, Slobo is one of the tankiest coupled with Hoopa.
As long as the Hoopa is still around,
Pretty much immortal.
fights, it feels like it's gonna be
If the
definitely in
Slobo
hands
keep on
of maybe outside here,
teleporting back.
as well. As long as Zessel isn't really getting gotten caught, it gives him enough space to really go for those with those intelligent snipes, I think that's going to be totally fine.
Come on, Unite Holic!
So a bit spread out here for Team True
That's
Gravity.
the
They're
key.
not together. They're all over.
Unite Holic is winning over here, right? But most of the time, Team True Gravity kind of win during the Rayquaza fight.
You've got to be so careful because there is no traditional support healer in this game. They actually have the reset by going back to base in this matchup. So if you get caught out by that Inteleon, you will have to just deal with it. Mame, though, hiding in that backline bush, wanting to come and actually backstab somebody if possible. Scouted out by that Hooper. Thunderstorm committed as well. But did he manage to catch the Inteleon? Super low Hooper.
Alright.
Go down a 2.
No, Hoopa cannot use the Unite.
And now it's time to try and go
The question is...
coming in though. Midnight Brands, Hydro
Ooh, the Blastoise do the damage! Oh, this is why. I mean, the Unite Holic team is just full of softies. This is why we're dangerous. Alright, Lithium, let's go. What about you see, because of just the Dragonite, the Slowbro, and the Blastoise, they bought enough time for the Hoopa to be revived, and the Unite Holic
Definitely for sure. No more,
couldn't
no more
finish
Unite.
their Rayquaza fight.
Just need to try
So now the
and
Team Field Gravity is
finish it
taking
off in
over,
time. And let's be
and
honest,
the Unite Holic is
with the
just going for the attack for the goal post,
they
and
need
then the
to
Team Field Gravity got a
just get
Rayquaza,
they
and they
have
still
to
have 20 seconds. 20 seconds is enough time for them to
get the
destroy
total point here.
or to
But same
score
time,
enough
Sam
points.
with a 100-pointer here. But what about the other side?
Man,
Coming trying
Team
to step
TG is
in.
going to
The Oreo
get
is trying to
this.
do his best to delay, but it's all too late.
Yeah.
100 points dies in. A
I
possible
wonder
another
if
one
Team
as well.
TG
But
always
still,
they
not
always
gonna
gun
be
for the
enough.
Rayquaza
Team
fight,
True
you know?
Gravity, I can't believe it.
I-
Managed to secure
Oh
the
my
first
god.
Nah,
round.
commentators, you
They've
have to believe it.
probably done
At
it
this
here without even
point,
showing up
Team
on
PG
the
is like
screen.
pretty much
And
win
that
all the
will take
Rayquaza
the
fight at this point.
first game off of Unite Holic. Not a result anybody anticipated. But I have to say, the draft coming out from Unite Holic, it was a head scratcher. A lot of people probably looking at this thinking, what is this comp? What is the idea behind it? There's no
No,
support.
the pick for Unite Holic I
They
think
take
is
a
actually
lot
pretty
of damage,
fine.
not a lot of crowd control.
There's nothing.
I
I mean,
honestly
okay,
think
this is the
it's
beauty
taking
about
Mame
Pokemon
right now.
Unite,
It's
alright?
okay, Mame.
You can pair any
Let's go
Pokemon,
into it.
and
What's the
if
plan here?
your strategy plays well and somehow, somewhat
Blood
you
was
can
really good. There was
outplay
only, I
your
can say this, there was only two
um
things in this game
opponent's team,
that was relatively hard.
you actually have a chance to win. It's just that
They weren't as flexible because of the
the
system.
Blastoise ultimate, the
Not just Unite,
Slowbro
but also the
ultimate,
Dragonite
sorry,
ultimate.
the Unite skill, and then
Just
followed by Dragonite coming in.
survive.
That's really tough because it takes like 3 or 4 Pokemon from the Unite Holic to beat them. It's just that
Just
for Unite Holic to win this
they
fight,
don't really have a
they need
dedication
to out-level
to
them.
try to wear out the
Otherwise,
dedication
it's really
now.
tough.
From such a long way
Yeah,
sniper
that's the
like this,
problem.
playing the Intellium here.
Oh
This
well,
wasn't a
GG
win
Unite
for
Holic, you
anybody.
played real well,
Yeah.
I
If it
guess.
was Wish,
Thanks guys for
she
watching this
wants to
video. If
support
you like this
Holic,
video, please do
hoping
like
that
this video
Holic
so that
actually
next time if there's
wants to
any
kind of
championship
sustain their game for
videos
this night. Because
or
Zeshal was
competition,
incredibly
I'm going to make this kind of video
well.
again. And
However,
do consider
in this
subscribing
last
this
set here,
channel because
without
I really
classic
appreciate
support,
it to
healer
help this
support, you can
channel
easily come back into this
grows.
fight. And
Because
also,
without you
he
guys,
got hit
this
by one
channel
of
is
that
pretty
Holic
much
during
nothing.
the 2-minute mark.
Alright guys, see you on the next game.
Yeah.
Take care.
Otherwise, he would
Peace.
be walking around with the target on his head, basically telling Zeshal, come hit me again.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about it, even towards the end of the fight for the record, that full 5-man team fight, yes, you got some really nice backstabs, right? Really great flanking maneuvers. You get rid of the Intellion and one other core player, but it's you're committing. It was a very costly one, if I'm not mistaken. Right? A lot of Unite moves were somewhat committed as well, and by the time they want to try to get out of the fight or fail to take another person down, because remember the transitioning force after taking down the Intellion, after taking down Vulcan, they slowly shifted towards the Rayquaza pit, right? But this is them without really, like you said, outer juice here. And Duck was still around. So much CC, Hydro Typhoon, there's also Mela coming in to join the fray with his own personal serve as well.
Look, the most important thing was Vulcan. You know, as soon as he popped the rings unbound, that was it. The team just came flooding in after their respawn
really
times.
just crash open.
Because, again, you don't have a classic support that's going to give you the sustain. You're not running. I know some people are going to call this ridiculous, but you're not running potion on your team. So what do you have to reset if your team's not going to go back to base? Because they did try to run. They did try to rush the Rayquaza, but looking at the comp, right? This is not a comp of the